don't tell it what I love it, just no regret. Who has to know? Ugh. That's more of a explosive entrance than I usually do with these kind of streams. Hello. I hope you guys are doing well today. It is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. 1/7/2026. How are you? Hello. Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Hello. Oh, thank you, Sing. 25 stream streak. My bad. Thank you. And thank you so much, Narrow Fox, for the 5 gifted subbies. Thank you. I appreciate that so fucking much. Here, let me get some like background noise here. No. That's not background noise. Side. Beyond night time. Oh. Should I do normal nighttime or like raining outside? Raining outside. Nighttime. I shall do roll call soon. Let me lower the quality of this. It doesn't have to be pristine. It's really loud. I'm gonna turn that down. And then go over here so that way YouTube chat can hear it too. There we go. Hi. Hello. Hello, Dio. Hello, Triceratops. Hello, Carp. Hello. Hi, Sonic Bro. How's it going, Mashy? Number 1 as always. Always the first one here. Apart from Sync. Hello, Nikki. Hi, Carp. Hi, Narrow. Thank you again. Hi, Chungus. Hi, Soul. Hi, Leroy. Hi, Correct. Hi, Sync. Hi, Jambalatru. Hello. Hi, Cheshire. Hello. So, there are a number of reasons why I chose Wyvern Whispers tonight. One, because I still want to get some streaming hours in. The second half of my week is going to get super busy with commissions and doctor's appointments and collabs. And tonight is one of those nights where I have to do some commission work. So I decided, since I'm kind of sleepy and I didn't get a lot of sleep earlier and I ate a ton of noodles, which I need to take a picture of that stuff later. It's so good. The noodles that I got out of the pack. The brand. It's a K-pop Demon Hunter. Collaborated with a certain noodle. And I tried the noodles a little bit earlier, and they were bone broth, beef, and they had something spicy in it, and I didn't realize it was that spicy. But my god, it was so good. I need to get more of it. And the noodles just completely sucked up the broth. I was hella surprised. I was like, what? I was like, these noodles are delicious. Like, I've never had, like, I've had normal ramen, which would absorb, like, broth pretty well. But this shit, after not even, like, a minute, half the broth was gone because it was in the noodles. I was like, whoa. Hi, Nero. Hey. Hey. I love F-Zero. Also, you guys can see yourselves on screen now. Normally for these sorts of things, you should, like, usually just guess what, you know, you guys are saying or what I'm responding to you guys with. But now, you can see. One of these days, I want to make a proper Wyvern Whisper background. I think I made this for like podcast stuff or something, maybe ASMR stuff, but if this is going to be more like a talk, relaxing thing where I speak my mind or what I'm feeling or how I'm doing, I kind of want to change it up a bit, you know. Yeah, they're great. They're really good. I got some OJ right here. Usually make Wyvern Whispers late into the month. Yeah, I was feeling it tonight. I was thinking, like, what game should I play if I was going to play a game tonight? And I was like, I don't really feel like playing anything story related. I could probably play like Fortnite or something. I'm not going to touch it probably till like the 9th. Because that's when that South Park update happens. And the Chainsaw Man Iris Out song gets put in the game, and I'm gonna get it. Let me go. It's Robert, give me the OJ. It's mine! It's all mine. I went and, okay, so think of this. I got like $200 over the holiday break from family members physically, and I don't have a bank that's my bank around here to deposit it, so I've been relying on my folks whenever they go out to deposit it. And my mom felt so bad she forgot one day, and I was like, that's okay. We ended up going to the store. After I had given some money for something else, I had like $118 left. So I took the physical money, right? We go to Walmart. I buy groceries like seltzer waters and some tomato noodles and sauce and this low acid, no pulp Tropicana orange. I bought ramen. I bought a lot of ramen. I bought a bunch of cup noodles. The K-pop Demon Hunter thing. Some sour cream for this chili that I want to make. Some A1 sauce, a sub that's Italiano. There's only like a couple bucks more than its smaller predecessor, so I was like, yeah, give me the big one. Coffee creamer, that's gonna be good for later on whenever I want it. And I spent exactly $118. I was so happy. I thought I was underneath it, but then my mom was like, oh, here's some noodles that you put in. And I was like, oh, you're right. I forgot about that. It was like 10 cents over. My mom gave me a quarter, and that was it. It was insane. I was like, oh, we're walking by this thing. Let me grab that. Oh, we're walking by that thing. Let me grab that. And I was like, okay, I need to stop here. And it was exactly the money that I had. It was so cool. I ended up getting like Pringles and stuff too. Ow. And 2 white monsters, which I might have to grab the other one here soon. I didn't drink it yet because I was like, I kind of want to keep this sleepiness for now. Hi, Kishin. Have fun, do your thing. Hi, Samurai. Hi, Tiki. Can I recommend a cool game? Of course. I haven't really been feeling playing any games lately. I keep wanting to like draw, but the instinct to draw hasn't been taking me. I think I'm just dreading the fact that the Iron Mouse animation needs to get done and I keep procrastinating it. This happened last year, except I ended up going through a bunch of stuff and it prolonged my process. But lately, I've just been like observing art, looking at art, learning. I've been looking at a bunch of body parts. I've been looking at a bunch of other people's art to learn something. I learned something new about how to do fingernails today, and I'm gonna use that for future arts. It's such a cool idea. I don't know how I didn't think about it before. But I learned how the knee joint properly works as well. How I can incorporate that if I eventually get good enough to learn with it. Basically, how my body works is... it's like when a Super Saiyan or a Saiyan from Dragon Ball gets damaged and they don't fight for a while and they observe and look. And then when I get back to my tablet and get ready to draw, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be any good. I spent way too much time away from my tablet. And then somehow I'm better than how I was before in terms of quality and work. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, it's all in like the... I don't know, it's just training the mind subconsciously or something. It's so cool. That's why I think taking time to look and just observe shit is... repetitively is really good. As a kid and as a teenager, it was harder for me, but... you know, when you actively look for that stuff and you see it and you're like, okay, your brain is taking notes, you know. You get a Zenkai boost? Yes. Yep. That's exactly what it is. I've also been rewatching Bleach, and that's been really cool to learn. There's a couple of animations that I feel like I need to start from the beginning with, though. Because, yeah. The heart of the cards. Just played during the time of the cell game. Sometimes the rest is best quarters of action. Yeah. Oh, I love Neon White. Yeah, I played it. So good. I even got Vaughn into looking at it. Because I was doing the time trial stuff to get golds or diamonds or whatever it is. And he was like, oh... that's cool. I'm so sorry, I don't mean to yawn. Let me move a little bit. There. I might have to grab that drink for that monster sooner than expected. I'm not careful. It really is a fun game. I love it a lot. It's really cool. On top of that, though, I have Expedition 33 that I only just barely cracked through. I need to play that some more. I have the PSP. I'm so excited. Dude, okay. I think I'm falling in love with retro tech and aesthetics again. Like, I started watching a bunch of this old anime in this VR chat world that is my home world now, which is just a room surrounded by pop culture stuff of like games, anime, everything. I'll have to... oh, sorry if you hear the bark, by the way. They're playing with the puppy. Like, it's a room with a CRT TV in it, and it has a ton of old recorded Toonami on it from Adult Swim. It's actually the reason I started rewatching Bleach and Thousand Year Blood War. Or getting to the Thousand Year Blood War. I haven't seen it yet. It's been way too long since I've seen Bleach, so I wanted to refresh my brain. And I watched like 12 episodes of that and then switched to another means of watching it because I wanted to get out of VR. But it felt so cool because I had like a little individual fan on the left side that's like, boo. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. But the PSP 2000, my brother is a really big techie when it comes to older consoles and getting homebrew versions. He has a ton of DS's, DS Lites. He's got like a Switch or two that is like homebrew, a bunch of stuff. And eventually I want to get a PS Vita and mod the hell out of that. But the PSP 2000, I've been watching like 5 or 6 tutorials at least a day. And a lot of them use the same software. I'm so excited to not only have some physical copies of these games, but to get the ISOs of some games and just completely deck out my PSP library. I got a 64 gig memory card, But I might bite the bullet a little bit more and buy the $30 card, which is like 250 gigabytes, just so I can unload a massive amount of games on that bitch. I'm talking Game Boy games, DS games, fucking Xbox games, PlayStation 2 games. Like, dude, I'm so excited. And this PSP specifically, it's the 2000, but it's the 10th anniversary Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII PSP. I didn't get the Crisis Core charm that came with it because that's like $100 on its own. So I got a separate little Buster Sword charm, and I eventually want to get more charms. And I got a case. The case came in today, which when they delivered it didn't have any packaging on it except for just a wrap around it. So whoever packaged that is an idiot. Because when I got it, the top bit of it was like popping out. I had to pop it back in so that it was functionable. So I have to fucking, whenever I get the actual PSP, I gotta put that bitch together so that way it has some girth to it, you know? Inuyasha. Oh, I loved Inuyasha at 3 a.m. I used to wake up to it all the time. Old school Toonami. I used to go to my friends at Saturday night watch Naruto and Death Note. You know, Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that. It was so nice. The Vita is good for it. I mean, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people being like, it's the perfected handheld console. And, which, honestly, totally okay with that. I just felt like it was more appropriate to get a PSP 2000 or 3000. The whole reason I got it is because I've been, like, interested in the mid-2000s thing. And I had a PSP at one time, but I barely used it because it was used. And, I didn't have a lot of games for it. So, and that was in like 2011, 2012, and I wasn't, you know, I didn't know how to really homebrew at the time. But now I've learned a little bit more, or a lot more now. So when I actually get it, I'm going to put the case on it. I'm going to do this whole software thing. I might buy the memory card ASAP, just so I have that. The majority of my stuff's coming like next week, within like the span of 3 days, which is the charm, the console. I got Monster Hunter 2 and 3, I think. Physical copy. Oh, excuse me. I got Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai Another Journey or whatever it's called. It's the second game. And something else. Boredom canceled. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of reviews being like, you know, Hayzi, what time you got this, Hayzi? When new time comes, you're gonna kill it. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate Kishin. I still haven't seen Cowboy Bebop. I highly recommend it. It's really good. It's a really chill watch. Yeah, it's a really chill watch. It's really nice. We watched it like a year or two ago, and it was a lot of fun. Jealous as fuck. Dude, I had to scrounge for this thing. Like, I had just enough money to be like, okay, I could get it, but it would make me a lot lower. And then I got a commission out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, I love you. Thank you so much. I was able to get it, and then I got another commission, which helped me stay. So, it's also what I've noticed with a lot of different reviewers is like, it's a good disconnect from your phone. It's a good dick. It's a good dick. It's a really good dick. It's a good disconnect from social media, which honestly I'm slowly fading away from as it is already. I only post like once or two times nowadays, or barely look at it and just like post. I basically retweet artists and other streamers and people I like and content I like. I haven't done my 3 posts a day since like summertime. I'm so disconnected from it at this point. This is what happens for me every now and again when I go on an art break. I barely post anything. I barely post any of the stuff that I usually do. I usually just repost old art. And then during the spring and summertime, I'm like popping out. Like, you guys know, I pop out art like every day. But in times like this, when I take breaks, I usually get in a bit of a slump where I just kind of look at everything. And the crew was playing strip poker, yeah. Singing in the place, yeah. PSP, dude, is incredible. There's a ton of videos being like, should you get the PSP in 2025? And everyone's like, yes. It's insane what you could do with the thing. Yeah. Yeah, Narrow. Exactly. Some people are like, that's not portable. This is portable. You can put the bitch in your pocket, right? And you know, everyone's like, you know, unless you're a big dude or something and you have, you know, a giant ass hoodie that you can fit it in, like you're not putting that in your pocket. And a lot of people are like, a lot more people are inclined to steal it and take it, whereas in the PSP, like having a case on it, making sure the inside is nice and clean, just the tech novelty of it on its own is cool. And I'm finding out that people replace shells, people replace the firmware, I can get custom backgrounds, have an endless amount of games on it, which is why I need to get the more advanced card for it. Like that bitch can be a powerhouse. I should probably get another battery too, because they recommend getting an additional battery just in case. I should see if I can get like a charger for it. Like, charge one, replace it when that's dead, and use the good one. Ooh, I feel like a fool for trading it in. No, you're good. Honestly, like you can get a pretty cheap PSP for like less than $200. The only reason mine was expensive is because mine was a limited edition PSP in excellent condition. Not very good or good condition, in excellent condition. And then for a mint condition one, it is like $500. I wanted it because Final Fantasy. So mine was in excellent condition, is why I got it. So expensive old car. Yeah, you can get it pretty cheap. PSP. Much nowadays, I agree. Happens sometimes, even with big pockets, the things are huge and awkward. Yeah, for real. I'd be scared to break it updating the replacement parts. Yeah, it'd be like that, honestly. At least with the PSP, you can go to like 7 different websites now. Like there's a website that I have right now that lets you buy a PSP for like $250 with a charging port that's more modernized, a lit up screen, different buttons, and a different shell. A lot of them are like see-through shells, like green, orange. They're really cool. Same with DS's. I've been really getting into that stuff lately. Whenever I do get the PSP, I'm gonna record it and show everybody. I would love to stream with it. There is a outport cord that you can do from the PSP to whatever system you have, but the PSP 2000 is locked to a certain limit, whereas the 3000 lets you do a little bit more. But I have the 2000, so I tend to have broken very easily in my experience. So I'm really fumbled the whole PSP lineage. Yeah, that's why I got a case ASAP. And this thing, hold on. This thing feels like, I went and opened the bag earlier, and it's definitely a case, but I feel like with just a little bit of pressure, I could break this fucking thing. And when I got it, the top joint that holds the thing together was apart. I had to put it back together. And, although this thing is flimsy, it's like, a little plastic case. It's only really gonna do its job and be girthy and everything else and fit together whenever the actual PSP is here. So that way I can, like, properly, you know, use it and it's not as flimsy. Because once it's attached to the actual PSP, it's gonna legitimately form and fit. So, and I'm excited because of the charm. I really cannot wait. Like, that's the one thing about the PSP too. Like, once I get all these games, you plug it into your computer, you get all your legally acquired games, or the backups of your actual games, and you put them on your computer, and then you put them in a file under your PSP, and then you have them forever. So it's like that for any game. So once I get it, dude, I'm going to grab hundreds of games. I will. I swear to God I will. I will find a way. There are too many really good games to not get. A lot of them are much older, but I mean, they're treasures, right? Like, I want to play a Bleach game. There's a Bleach fighter that I really want to play. I want to play a couple of Dragon Ball games. I want to play Daxter. And I really, really want to play Crisis Core. I'll get Peace Walker. And the cool thing about getting the ISOs is I'll just have them. Same with Monster Hunter. I did want the novelty of having some physical games, so I got some physical games. I'm really gonna get them. Some games only go for like $4. It just depends on where you buy them from. Super Sony PSPP. Yeah, the PSP is incredibly moddable, and I want to get like a Star Charm eventually for mine. Like, it's the kind of, like, a lot of people are like, once you get it and you have everything configured, you have all the games you want, they highly recommend getting like the 2 or 3000, not the 1000. It's really obsolete, but like, or a Vita if you can afford it, which eventually I'll get a Vita, but I want this one to play with for a while. They're like, once you have it, you're never gonna want to like leave without it, because the bitch fits in your pocket, even with a case on it. So I'm really afraid though. This glass or this case is too flimsy. I really hope it's not, because this is supposed to protect it a little bit, take some of the damage if anything happens. And I want to keep my actual PSP clean, right? I don't want to be touching the screen or anything. I want to actually keep the bitch clean, because it is a special one. I may need to get a better case though. This isn't like firm glass. This is like plastic. So I'm definitely gonna need to get a new one of these that isn't plastic and something that's, I don't want to squeeze that. I keep wanting to close the one like back opening where you put the games in, so that way it form fits, but I'm afraid if I squeeze too hard it's gonna crush it, and I don't want to. But yeah, not to shit on new devs, but companies used to care about quality. I completely agree. I think a lot of companies lost faith, and I think that doubly shows with the whole AI shit going around. I heard today that Razer is developing a AI waifu that people are going to be able to buy, that talks to you from your bed to your computer and gives you game tips and walkthrough shit while you're playing. It's so depressing. It's so depressing. But it's unfortunate. That's what's happening. And PlayStation is developing a new AI that plays the game for you. Yeah. If you're too, like, stuck on a game or too hard, you can have the quote-unquote Ghost Phantom AI play the section for you. Like, what the fuck is the point of playing the game? Voice Critical talked about it perfectly in a video. And it's like, dude, just look up a walkthrough. Just look up a walkthrough. Which is why I think retreating to something that feels a little bit more peak, now that more people have access to it and it's a lot more moddable. Not only that, I'm a lot more tech savvy and I have a PC and everything that I could possibly use to mod a PSP. It's just logical to have something of the sort. Yeah, we're living in the future and I hate it. I agree. Isn't that just a movie? Nope. It's reality. No. Anime AI waifu in your bedroom with a camera on so it can see you JO and play games. Ain't that fun? In my day we called that cheating. Yeah. If you're being able to mod old tech is perfect machine. It's so good. It feels so good. It's like Ghost in the Shell type shit. You know? It's like revisiting that nostalgia. I didn't really spend a lot of time with the PSP. I only had it for a short time, and it was already on the rundown. Like, it was a previous friends of mine's. And I only got to play a little bit, and there were a couple people in the past that had one, and I had one, but the bitch wouldn't start up. So I think the thing was perfectly fine. It just needed a new battery. And well, I never played it or anything after that point. So I only had it for like a very short time because it was a hand-me-down from a homie. So I never really got to really indulge apart from a couple of friends who had PSPs. Kind of wish I had one for like school and shit, but I wouldn't have had it heavily modded. Either way, I was a DS kid and Game Boy kid. Ghost in the Shell is so cool. Otoko would shoot my head off. I agree with you. With me, she shoot me. I got key. Yep. Oh, it's getting to be so bad. But dude, I am so excited. Every single day I look up reviews for PSPs. I'm like, what day is it? What day is it? It's the 8th. Oh my god, I have so much shit going on. But like, at the same time, I want my PSP. You know? I was surprised the case got here. Here, let me look at this real quick. Alright. The purchase history. Here we go. We got Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai Another Road, arriving January 12th. The Sony PSP Crisis Core, limited edition. Excuse me. In excellent condition. 10th anniversary console, which is also arriving on the 12th. My 64 gig memory stick, which, to be honest, I'll still get, but I'm probably gonna get the bigger version. Yeah, there were a ton of good DS bangers. I even got some games from some friends and, you know, Christmas and stuff that I barely played, but I played like I won't lie, I mainly played Pokemon all the way through. Like, Pokemon was a must-have on all these games with me and my brothers and my cousins. But I would play games like The Force Unleashed or Modern Warfare or fucking. There is this weird fighter game, and I can imagine it in my head, but I cannot remember the name of it. It had like a girl with like a ring, like a metal ring as a weapon. Some dude had some weird wolf powers. It was so fucking. It was like Guilty Gear, but for the DS. I had Castlevania, some weird Castlevania with Charlotte in it, and Jonathan. I got a really cool Naruto fighting game. I eventually got Bakugan. What else did I have? I had a lot. I had this weird dragon fighting game. I'll have to look that up at some point. Scribblenauts. Some weird SpongeBob game. Atlantis, whatever. Globs of Doom. Globs of Calm. What else? I had a lot of Game Boy games too, like Yu-Gi-Oh! That really cheap, cheaty one I had that for Game Boy. Portable Ops. I'm excited to get Peace Walker so much. The first Bakugan, yeah. I ended up getting a DS game share thing, so I was able to use like the main characters, Bakugan and shit, I was able to buy like any and all Bakugan for free and use them fuckers. It was so fun. It was so cool. What are you gonna do, Benham? Your odds are stacked against you. Back against the wall. Gotta give it your This is your final stand. The power's in your hand. Two worlds collide on the inside. I'm gonna fight for what's right before it's gone. This is Bakugan. There was a year where I found some early Christmas gifts that I shouldn't have, and I found them and opened them early and hid them. Not a lot, maybe like one. And one year I got a shit ton of Bakugan. Me and my brother both. We got tins. Like, that entire Christmas was just Bakugan themed. We got a tin, and each one of us got like 20, bro. Like, that was our entire Christmas. And my best friend who lived up the street from me also had a ton of Bakugan. So we would like trade and battle and fight. It was so cool. Oh, it was so awesome. Hey, I found it. I found the dragon fighting game. It's called Battle of Giant Dragons. Nintendo DS. I kind of want to see a little bit of footage real fast. The game where you had Leonidas as your partner, you got to choose. Dude, it was something else. I had the Wii, but one Nintendo console I never had was the Wii U. I thought it looked stupid. Dude, Bakugan was so ahead of its time. It hit perfectly. It hit right before the true hype of the next, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation. And it was towards a certain stagnant point in Pokemon. Like, Bakugan hit its fucking mark, you know? Ben 10 Omnitrix. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys my tale of the Omnitrix. So, just like with Danny Phantom, I was there during the premiere of the first episode. I remember very vividly what was happening. And the premiere of Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. Because it was Jimmy Timmy Power Hour and then the first episode of Danny Phantom. So, I think it was specifically the third one. But, so, I just fucking blanked. God damn it. Oh yeah, the Omnitrix. So, a neighbor of my grandmother always had all these Pokemon toys, all these like Dragon Ball figurines. I wish I'd have kept them as a kid because I just got into Dragon Ball, so I was only just learning everything. But like I had a Saiyan pod, a Frieza ship, and fucking Frieza, Vegeta, all that other stuff. And I got I don't know what it was. A lot of the times when my cousin friends or my grandma's neighbor kid, who was a friend of the family, I would just end up with their toys. And one day they got a Omnitrix that was not really electrical in any way. It was very practical. It had like, it was very small enough to fit on my wrist. Very practical. Very nice. If it was very sleek, it was very good. And it had like a little slideshow image of which alien you wanted, and whenever you press the middle button, the pop would top up or would come up, and you smack it, change into the alien you want. And then eventually, I got another Omnitrix, which was this big giant computer on the top part of my wrist. It didn't go all the way around except for the Velcro strap, but the main Omnitrix was like above, you know, was like on my wrist. But the cool thing about this Omnitrix was that it fully lit up. The LED on the Omnitrix itself was a completely working computer that you could play mini games on, and whenever you would play the mini games, you would get like up to date aliens. Like you would you would like do like a mini game with the mummy alien, which was popular and new at the time, and you would beat the mini game, and you would have the DNA of that alien to use for whenever you're playing with it. It did that with the wolf. It did that with the mummy. It was, dude, it was so awesome. Hey, what up, Slade? Yeah, we just bullshitting and talking. Who was your favorite Ben 10 alien? Oh, that's a good one. I have... I'm never usually good at these kind of questions. Because I like them all in a lot of different ways. Some of them more than others, sure. But, like Ghost Freak is up there. I really, really liked, like, OG Ghost Freak. I really liked, who was the one, what was the alien that can go into technology again? Where Ben met their species and they were kind of hostile. You could spin it and slap it, right? Yeah. Ghost Freak was so scary when he got out. Yeah, like when actual Ghost Freak came out, he was terrifying. Which I think was added to his appeal. Upgrade. Thank you. Heat Blast is a favorite. If we're just talking about strictly the original 10, probably, well, maybe not the original 10. The original Ben 10 Omnitrix. We're talking like all the added upgrades as well. No. Echo was Ben 10 Ultimate or whatever. Oh, I'm thinking of Ditto. I really liked Ditto. I remember when his new episode came out. I sat down right in front of my TV and did nothing and watched it. I was like, oh, he looks so cool. And it had one of my favorite voice actors ever too. The prototype, yeah. I really liked the wolf. I really thought he was cool, and I really liked the story behind the mummy one. The mummy one has a really cool story. The wolf one has a pretty cool story too, but like I often pair the wolf and the mummy together because they were like some of the newer aliens, and they're just really fucking cool. They have such a really cool design. Like an alien mummy and an alien wolf, like they're fucking sick. Upgrade, yes. Forearms, the goat. You can do a lot with those forearms with me. I love that species. Oh, do you guys remember later when there was a female forearms who showed up and kicked Ben's ass? Or was that? I'm pretty sure there was like a female forearms. I think so. Way big. Oh, way big. I completely forgot about that. Wrath was one of the best ones. Mm-hmm. Hi, CG. Dude, Diamond Head was cool. I really liked the aesthetic of Diamond Head. Same with Accelerate. I think when I used to play with the original 10, if I was to choose out of the original 10, it would probably be Accelerate. I really liked Accelerate. He was sleek, he was cool, he had a visor. Wildmutt, he was pretty cool. Love forearm species, she kicked his ass and then can beg later, she basically proposed to him, yeah. Accelerate was my favorite, yeah. He's probably my favorite out of the original 10. And I liked his voice is cool. Diamond Head, diametrically opposed suit, pog, yeah. OG Ben 10 slap, true. Gray Matter was cool. I didn't really like, excuse me, like Ben as Gray Matter. I liked that the creator of the Omnitrix was the same race as Gray Matter. I thought it was cool. Ripjaw. Oh, the fish dude. I completely forgot about that one. Dude, I thought Ripjaw was scary. He's terrifying looking. Ben 10. Oh, they massacred my boy in the later series. Echo was essentially Ditto. Wasn't it? Wasn't Echo essentially Ditto but for the new generation of aliens? Dude literally bit off a car engine. Did you ever watch the Transformers movies? Oh yeah. So fun little fact about that. My uncle specifically, and my dad to an extent, he loved watching OG like Transformers cartoons and stuff. But the thing with me is that my uncle is like me, except a million times. Like he was the nerd back in like the 80s and 90s who had toys, collectibles, like OG Unicron boxed, you know, like shit like that, dude. Like he had it in like the early mid 2000s. He had to sell a lot of it because he ended up having a kid, and you know, that was more of his priority now. But like he still gets his info from like sources, all kinds of, dude, he just knows. Like if there's something going on in a movie, he knows. If there's something that's happening with a toy line, he knows. Like it's crazy stuff. But you know, I used to obsess over the 1995 1998 movie with Hot Rod, or is it 2000? I don't remember. Transformers, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in the skies. Transformers, on a road battle to destroy the evil forces down. Doodle, that is Decepticon. Transformers. Thought of Alien X? I thought it was too broken, to be honest. I knew a lot of people didn't like Hot Rod. I know that was like the biggest thing. I liked him. I thought he was cool. I only just recently learned about how much people hated him back in like we rewatched the movie like 6 maybe 7 months ago in the Discord when we did movie nights, which I'm bringing back by the way. Action Man, yeah. Minicons, yeah. I remember Minicons. But I only recently found out about it through some of my homies, and they were like, this young dude, quite literally a hotshot, got Prime killed and took his power. But Prime was super okay with it. Do not grieve. Pass on the power of the Matrix. Yeah, Ditto looks really cool. If I was gonna choose one of my favorite aliens after the original 10, I'd probably say Ditto. He's really fucking cool. Gets more development than the movie ever did. Yeah, I heard he was more of a kickoff point in that movie. I really liked him because Judd Nelson played him. Come on, you can tell me. Oh, hey, I caught something. Yeah, it's a whopper, alright. Talk about doll, Daniel. You want now, you keep going. If you're gonna ride, Dano, ride in style. I thought Hot Rod was Bumblebee. I really didn't like how they had him change so much in the IRL versions. I didn't like that version of Hot Rod, but I did like that he had Bee's back a lot. I can't find you, can't even the past behind. Dude, there was a point when I was a kid, like, okay, so every year, apart from maybe up until 2021 or 2022, back when I really started streaming and I was doing college at the same time, I haven't been able to do this, so I haven't been back since like COVID days. But oh my god, that's so hard to believe. I went through the year of COVID, and that was the last time I was there. That was 5 years ago. Oh my god, no, I haven't been there in 5 years? Are you joking? It felt like I was there yesterday. Oh my god, I just realized. Every year I'm like, oh, it's only been a year. Oh, it's only been 2 years. It's only been 3 years, but I'm just now realizing it's been like 6 years since I've done it. Every year since I was a little kid, up until like 6 years ago, I would go to this place every single year. It was an amusement park place that you could camp at. And I used to watch Transformers there like every year and everything, and go ride rides and camp. Oh, excuse me. Fuck, dude. I didn't go last year because I was streaming and doing stuff for streaming. I'll have to go next year, man. Vera Cullen and Frank Walker might be there. Ooh, cool. Random, yeah. Easy, just realize how old. Dude, I'm just realizing how many times I passed on something like that, whether it was for streaming or college, or to be fair, 2 out of those times, I was in a whole other state, so. Fucking god. 2019 was a year ago. I know, right? Secretly immortal. I kind of wish I was. People were like, oh, dying is relief and immortality is pain. It's like, yeah, that's true. It's got its immense downsides, but I mean, not gonna lie, being 20 forever sounds kind of pog. That is until, like, the world explodes. Yeah, exactly. You'd be able to walk around and meet more people. I'm sure you'd eventually get bored, but like you would live at a point where you're at your lowest, you have like nothing, and then there would be a point in your life where you are guaranteed to be wealthy. So, from Helsing Ultimate made a point on that. True, and Alucard's pretty based. To be ageless is to exist without number over your yeed. There's definitely wisdom to come with getting older, and I understand that every single day, especially now. But like, if I could remain 27 for the rest of my life and still be like, if I can age without my body changing, I would love that. It doesn't necessarily mean I'd be immortal. It just means, like, by the time I'd get to, like, 100 or something, I'd, like, pass away or something. But I wouldn't mind looking 20 and feeling 20. I'm still pretty young. I'm not too young anymore, though. I'm almost 30. But I'm still pretty young. I think you're young until you reach late 30s, maybe 40s, and then at that point you're like, middle age is 40, and then all the way up until you're like 60. I don't think you're old until you're in your 60s. You just want the fantasy elf genes. Yep, I see. Oh, yep. The Decepticon Justice Division, best group ever. I'm 27 and I look 18. Yeah, same here. I still look the same. Apart from like a couple points on my face, because I've gone through physical changes. Like I look verbatim about the same. Justice Division. Whoa, these is so cool. Fucking sweet. I'll have to tell my friend Toki about this. These dudes. I'm sure he already knows though. You're basically bridging between old and young. Kinda. I wish I was Batman. Look, I don't mind getting old. I just want to look... I want to look good old, you know? I want to be the old lady that's like... Yeah, I'm still hittable. What about it, you know? You could still smash. I adore you. Biding your time, biding your time. That's what I want. I think I look way younger than I actually am. I think it's something with the generation, because there's a ton of people from like the 50s and 60s that are like 30 that look like they're in their 50s. And then there's people in our current generation now that look incredibly good, and they're in their like 40s, you know, and they look like 30. Like, I think it has something to do with like the later generation stuff, because there are people that are younger than me that are like, I don't know, just now turning 18, right? And they still look like kids, bro, like kids. And then you have some kids that go from fuck. All right, let me know if you guys. My best friend is one of these kids, right? Who somehow got the 7-foot tall gene in fucking middle school. Like, what is that? Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, I was scrolling through to like YouTube Shorts and stuff, and I saw like a meme where this dude was talking about something with his little brother, and I was like, "Excuse me? The fucking dude's like 8 feet tall." He's like, "How old is it? 16? What? Where's my 8 feet tall? Where's my fucking height bonus?" I don't know. I feel like during my time, I was one of those peeps that was... I was called really tall in middle school. I was 6 foot then, and then I gained that extra little bit during high school. Like, I was quote unquote considered tall, but dude, I knew a few kids that were able to touch the sea. You guys know Vaughn? Vaughn was one of those kids. Tall motherfucker with a goatee. Must be the milk. It's gotta be something, man. These next future generations are going to be like... They're going to be like soldiers, right? Like, they're going to be like 15 or 16 years old and be like ready for war. Like I'm talking like 7 feet tall, goatee, mustache. Like, it's gotta be something, man. And then it gets even stranger too. Whenever you look at people that are in their 50s, right? Granted, there's a lot of people that I see nowadays that are in their 50s that don't really, they didn't really get the good side of that gene. But then there's a couple of people that are in their 50s that I can barely tell they're freaking 50. They look like they're in their 30s. Humans are fucking weird, man. I feel like the older I get, the more I look and observe other people around me. It's like, how can we understand all that shit on a genetic level? Part of me wants to know that secret, but like, it's like, how in the hell can this person, like, puberty hits at 12 years old? That's true. That is true. Fuck, man. It's so crazy. I'm 27, man. Like, my baby cousins aren't baby cousins anymore. Like, I went to Christmas this year, and I saw one of my baby cousins, right? And I haven't talked to them in years, and when I did talk to them, bro, they've already been out of college. They've been out of high school and college. They're getting internships for fucking jobs. I'm like, what? I was like, but you were just in middle school. Like, what happened? And then not only that, their younger brother is about ready to graduate high school. I was like, dude, I just graduated high school. And then I look at the date and it's like, I've almost been out of high school for a decade. I remember watching one of my favorite artists' streams in high school, the year I was about to graduate, say, I've been out of school for a decade and it's been interesting. Now, I'm 1 year away from that decade. Oh. What the fuck? I get it now when people say, like, hi Souls. I get it now when people say, like, once you're older, the world gets itself in a hurry. You met someone in 6th and 10th grade? What? Been there before, just the question of everything, what the hell was happening when you were paying attention to time. Dude, like, I remember graduating. I remember my brother's class graduating and me being, like, the younger one amongst all of them back in 2013, 2014. And when it was my time to graduate, I was looking at the freshmen who were coming up again from another year that were moving up with my brother. Cut to some odd years, and like 2 or 3 classes after my brother's class has graduated, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, what? Like, the freshmen that I knew in high school have been out of school for like 4 years. And I'm like, what? It really is. Dude, I don't know what it's been with me over this last year, but every single day I think about, and it's a bit of a dark topic, so I won't go too hard in it. I think about unfortunate things. But combined with that, I think of like, oh man, I'm 27, but I'm going to be 60 before I know it. And I'm like, stop telling yourself that, you. And I'm like, I can't help it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, man, same. Like, my baby cousins were babies. I remember when they were babies. Ugh. It's crazy shit. Granted, you know, not a lot of stuff for me has changed. A lot of the stuff that I've done is still the same, but I've done... There are a lot of things that I've done that me coming out of high school would have been completely naive to do, and I'm at least lucky to have that wisdom in mind and that mindset a little bit. I'm not older, and there's still a ton for me to learn, experience, and do. But oh man, I've made so many mistakes in these last 10 years. It's like back in those movies where like 10 years goes by 10 years go by for their like high school reunion. Nowadays it's like 4 years or something, but I haven't gone to any of mine, nor was I like received any letters or whatever. But it was like back in the day, it was like 10 years, someone completely looks different. And it's true, a lot of people do look very different. Me, I look the same practically. There's a couple of parts about me that are different, but I mean, I pretty much look the same apart from, well, no. I look different in a good way, I'll say that. It sucks when you're just unconsciously jump forward in time. This is what happens when we get on the topic of nostalgia, and then it shifts to people younger than me becoming adults, and it's like, bruh, slow down, please. But I still got some time before I'm like much older, so I'm still technically quite young. Just not very young anymore. You still look great. Oh, thank you. I want to be that 60-year-old that looks really good. That's like, yeah, I'd still hit that, you know. Yo, you was young, not ancient like me. Oh, pshaw. You're not old. You're old when you're in your like 50s and 60s, Swivels. Swivels, you're my brother's age. My older brother's age. You're fine. Always look better with time. Aw, thank you. Definitely still got your looks. Both out of model and model. Aw, thanks you guys. I adore you. Oh, in the chat. I adore you. Biding your time, biding your time. My parents look a little older, too, but they pretty much act and they're pretty much the same as they were 10 years ago, so. It usually is like, you're perfectly the same for a while, and then 1 year happens, and then boom! Your head is full of gray hair and everything else. I already found a couple on my head. But they're in a specific spot. It's like a stripe going down my hair, and I usually don't look at it. But there's only like 1 or 2 hairs, and I often cut them or pluck them, so. Not pluck, but like, yeah. I once watched my best friend from high school, little cousin, get a smaller toy stuck in her ear. He's in his 2nd or 3rd year of college now. Dude, it's crazy. So I was also talking about like how I don't know what it is, and I noticed it for our generation where like Vaughn is like 7 foot and stuff like that. If you look at a lot of like more of our generation is starting to look younger as they get older, and for the younger generation below us, 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds, also, excuse me, burp, they become like absolute units at like 16, and then they stay that way until they're like 40. Like, it's gotta be in the milk, bro. It's gotta be. Like, everybody is growing up so damn fast. I can't keep up. I can't. Like, this Christmas when I went to go see my baby cousins, dude, it was like a wake-up call. It's a brother and sister, and the sister, which is the older one, is already out of college and getting internships. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, you were in middle school last time I saw you. Like, what happened? And the younger brother is about to graduate high school, and it's like, bro. No! Well, I guess it's just how it be, though. Time goes forward, this and that. Then again, we're only in a small fraction of time. Realistically, throughout the time of history and everything like that, so we look at people through generations. Like, I'm talking like 5 or 6 generations. But the second we talk about like a generation below or above us, it's like the end of the world. Meanwhile, we see stories of countless bloodlines and all these other family history and tales. But now that it's our turn, you know, it's... I don't know. It's so weird. My little cousin that I knew, she was losing her baby teeth. She's a sophomore in high school. Like, what? Last time I saw you were in 1st grade. Mm-hmm. I also have white hair. White hair. God, white hairs too. You get used to it. Honestly, or dye it if you want. That's what my dad does. Honestly, I could probably make gray hair look sexy. I would try to make it look hot. Silver fox. I adore you. Biding your time. Biding your time. Once my hair gets like gray white, I'll probably do like ash blonde. Oh, thank you, Sync. You can pull it off, thank you. I tried it one year. I tried ash blonde one year and it turned my hair blue. I've had my hair blue a couple of times. Dude, I remember that. My hair was turquoise at one point. I had the 2015 Markiplier special. So like, nowadays you have people with like the fucking horrendously, disgustingly ugly broccoli cut. I hate the hairstyle so much. But in 2015, you had the sides cut a little short, and you had the hair wave. And the top of my head was blue. And I thought it was really cool. And then my hair would grow out and the top of my head would be blue, but the sides would be black. Oh, so cool. Having that with long hair, dude. Oh, man. Goodbye, Keishan. I might do that again. I want to do my VTuber hairstyle on actual IRL me, but I feel like I finally got my hair to be, like... Sorry, I have 2 caps in my hand. I finally got my hair to be healthy after dyeing it a shit ton, like, a couple years ago. And it's been cut, like, twice, so I'm really afraid of dyeing it again. You hear that? And the tips are still blonde from 4 years ago. That's really cool. Part of me wishes I would have kept my hair longer, but I didn't really like the style it was. It was just very basic and rugged. But I cut my current hair myself, and I like my current hair myself, and I really like the shape of it at the moment. So I'm really excited to see what that's gonna look like when it's longer. Poker chips? They kind of did sound like poker chips, didn't they? I need to stop yawning, dude. I got fucking art to do after this. Jack, adore you. Biding your time, biding your time. I'm ready for you. But yeah. Enough about aging. How has your guys' day been, by the way? I hope it's been a good one. It's been relatively simple. A lot when he got nervous. Yeah, I just like touching things. Any games you guys are excited for? There's a couple of mainline titles that are pretty okay looking, but honestly, I'm excited to go back and play some classics. It's gonna be a lot of fun. For 8 years, the blonde is because it's faded real fast. Machine Fugi, hell yeah! Which I'm glad to hear the progress of this is going pretty good. It really is hard to believe. Being survival along with my full motivation to get a project done. I feel that. I feel like once my commissions are done and I get all this nonsense done by the time the rest of January is over, I can finally focus on everything else. I'm really excited for that. Wow. I was just about to say, like, you guys are gonna hear some roaring because I'm looking at the gameplay of that DS dragon game. And the second I was gonna say that it went it got really loud. Damn, Ubisoft made it nice. But yeah, honestly. Swivels! Stop chewing on chat. It's too late, bro. Swivels. Swivels. Hi. I'm haunting you. I'm haunting you. Yeah. What you up to? What you doing? Yeah. I adore you. Lies Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know. I've been feeling really chilled today. It's chilly, maybe doing some naps soon. I feel that, man. Honestly. It really feels like one of those kind of days where you're just like big chillin', big vibing. I almost wasn't gonna stream tonight just so I could focus on commission stuffs. But, you know, I figured this is still at least something. You know. I feel like I don't know. Once I get done with all my art block, everything is gonna get better. It's the whole break sequence. Borp. Oh my god, I didn't even have to look it up. I was literally just gonna look up Dragon Ball Z Naru Dendetsu. I was literally just about to fucking look up that game and I found a link for it too. You're chill? Hell yeah. It feels pretty chill. I need to go grab that monster or something, dude, man, because I am all hour. Did you guys see Vecna got added to DBD? Holy shit, he's a monster. Stealth and range. Oh man, some of those survivor perks too are pretty good. 11's one like sit and watch for an area effect. Where you can like see the enemy chase practically go down is kind of nuts. But I think the other survivor got the better perks maybe. Wasn't he added a while ago? D&D Vecna was. Stranger Things new Vecna got added. Stranger Things Vecna. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. When I say Vecna just got added, I don't mean the D&D Vecna. Yeah. It's really interesting to see his, like... He's definitely more skill-based. It's kind of like, what's it called? Huntress? Where you have to, like, time your shots. And then eventually, once you get your upside-down ability, you can start to do damage. Dude, the instant quick Moris that you can do with him are fucking disgusting. It's really crazy stuff. There are two Vecnas. One is evil, powerful entity, and the other one is a tortured soul. Yeah. They adore you. Alliance feel it for you. Go when it's sad and you worry. Body your time, body your time. It's sad. I adore you. Love beautiful. I like that they both float. It's really funny. It is really cool to like compare the two. I know what I'm saying. Oh, and about the whole Michael Myers losing the license, I figured out why he's losing the license now. I looked at the damn new Halloween trailer game, and dude, it just looks like the Friday the 13th game, like verbatim. Call police, do tasks to survivor, hide from Michael, shoot him to stun him until he comes back. The only plus side is, though, is I like Halloween more than Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is pretty fucking metal, but I like Halloween more. Plus his shade step ability looks really cool. Like their quote unquote rendition of how he gets around so fast is he turns into a fucking cloud of mist with two white eyes called the Shape. Yeah, I mean, he's the Shape, so it makes sense. And everyone's like, we're losing him to this. And literally before I even read the comments, I was like, this game is gonna be out. Sorry, this game's gonna be out for like a year. And then it's gonna discontinue, and then Dead by Daylight's gonna get the rights to it again. I guarantee you. Unless they do what Friday the 13th didn't do right. Like, and Jason having like the fly teleport thing, it's like, it's essentially a spiritual successor to the Friday the 13th game, except a lot of people are like, we're hoping it's a refined version. And they don't get into legal agreements and shit, and they actually work on the game, which I'm assuming is why they got the licensing and the IP. So this is an official game, so they should have all the time and effort to work on it and everything, you know? That sort of thing. What up, Blaze? Both Jason and Myers are powerhouses, yeah, for sure. They made Michael based off the older version, which I'm assuming, considering it's gonna be like the Friday the 13th, they're gonna have skins and shit. So they're gonna probably have other Michaels. They have the 1970 Michael. They're probably gonna have the Michael from or other maps of like, what's it called, Woodcrest? I don't know. Also, sorry, I'm shaking my leg and it's making my mic vibrate. But, if they had the Rob Zombie Michael in there, I'd consider playing it. Yeah, 2018 Michael. I can see him being a thing there with that too. 2018 Michael would be pretty sweet. The old guy one, yeah. But to have old Michael in like 1970s area, you know, they would probably end up having a map of the current modern day Michael to go with a modern day skin. Dude, he looks pretty interesting, I will not lie. The mechanics and everything are pretty much verbatim the same, but, like, yeah. The Halloween theme, yeah, the piano. I feel like it's a lot more iconic than the shh, shh, shh. Granted, that's pretty iconic, but like, I think Michael is scary. No, they're both equally fucking terrifying. But I like Michael more. Michael is the embodiment of evil. Jason's pretty fucked, but he's basically just a dude that wants to keep to himself. Yeah. Hi, parkour. Hi. Keep being amazing and cool yourself too, lovely. You absolutely cool person, you. Ugh. Gosh. Yeah, I got to see some of the behind the reset behind the scenes of how they even got the mask. And I like that he found it. That was a big mask at the time, and then painted it, and it had like cracks and weird molding. It was so cool. No. Dude, I can't yawning. Why? Why can't I stop yawning? Please, dude. Can't stop fucking yawning. Well, because tired? I can't be tired. I have to be strong. Nothing beats the hockey mask. The hockey mask is pretty iconic. Yeah. I would say in terms of iconic appearance, Jason wins for sure. That hockey mask has like scarred a generation. It's instantly recognizable when you see goalie masks. You can be strong and tired, true. Distinctness you can't mistake, yeah. Michael's is incredibly recognizable too, especially nowadays, but like back then, especially, it's a hockey mask, bruh. Like that bitch. And Michael Myers is still pretty scary all the way throughout the year. But like, once Halloween hits, that's Michael's time. Jason has like all year around. During a game, yeah. What the fuck? Why must I perish? I think I have to pee too. I adore you. Do you plan to see the Markiplier movie? Yeah, I wouldn't mind. A lot of people were excited to see it because he's a decent actor, but like, I think just because it's Markiplier, I'm not going to be able to get sucked into the movie. I feel like I'm going to get taken out of it, which is a shame. I don't feel like I'm going to be immersed just because it's literally Markiplier there. During a Halloween month, yeah. He was on a sabbatical, yeah. Jason has only got 13th of Friday, Myers has got a full month. Oh, well, I guess that's true. I mean, in terms of rewatchability, I can watch a Jason movie all year round. Michael Myers, I usually wait till Halloween to watch. But you're right. Well, I mean, I guess technically Halloween is still just a single day. Well, Halloween as a concept is a monthly thing. I'm not amazed with horror movies. It depends on the horror movie for me. I like classics, like classic horror movie stuff. I don't really like the incredibly gruesome gore fests that is some movies nowadays. I think they're dumb. I want to watch a movie to be entertained, not scarred. You know what I mean? Like Terrifier? Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong. I think Art is an incredible horror icon. He definitely broke through the shell, and we needed one badly because we haven't had one in years. Literal years. But, like, Terrifier 2 and 3, although are ramped up in terms of quality, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of torture porn. I'm good, bro. I want suspense. You know, that sort of thing. And that's one thing with the OG Halloween movies that I adored. You know, it used to be completely terrifying. Hell, even the 2018, like, Halloween movies, the modernized ones, they feel good to watch. They're nice. They're really nice to watch. What about Saw? I liked the first 3 Saw movies. Everything beyond that was kind of ass, in my opinion. Mainly Saw 2. I really liked Saw 2. Maybe colored by my dad showing me the Saw movies. Yeah, growing up with Saw, I was really like, oh my god, this is... holy shit, this is happening with this character and this is... oh my god, my fucking mind is... but my balls are exploding, you know? About Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I feel like Texas Chainsaw was the Terrifier of back in the day for sure. It was very gruesome. The Texas Chainsaw, like, do you guys remember in 2009, 2010, they were remaking horror icons to have that more desaturated, yellowish orange kind of filtered, more realistic remakes. Like, I love 2009 Friday the 13th. I think he is a fucking monster. Jason is a unit in that movie. They redid, just like with the remake with Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie films. Even though he's not necessarily the embodiment of evil like he is in the original trilogy or the original series. He's more of just like a mentally messed up person who got humanized a little bit in the Rob Zombie films. That being said, the Rob Zombie Michael Myers is easily the most terrifying motherfucker ever. The actor is a gentle giant, but dude, that dude is a fucking he I was gonna say monster, but that doesn't do it justice, dude. He is built. He can crush your skull with his hand. And then that leads me back to the Texas Chainsaw back in 2010 or 9 or whichever, or 2008. They did a really good job at making Leatherface seem menacing. Like, he's more of a quiet, reserved killer than the old Bubba from back in the day, where he's like, oh, oh, like Chewbacca. In the remake of Texas Chainsaw, bro, he like fillets somebody alive while they're fucking still moving, and he does it gently. He like hangs a motherfucker on a hook. He hunts a woman down. Like, he's ruthless, relentless, and stealthy. The 2010 era of horror remakes were kind of fucking crazy. They made Freddy and Elm Street remake a little too creepy towards kids. Yeah, that's probably the one horror remake I'm not a fan of. I don't like what they did to Freddy. Robert Englund will always be the king of Freddy Krueger, bro. Always. I can respect the angle they wanted to go towards, you know, with like parents needing more of a firm reasoning of killing him and everything, but he was, I don't know, I wasn't a fan of like the ASMR Freddy. What do you think of Nightmare on Elm Street? Oh yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Thoughts on Freddy vs. Jason? I loved it. A lot of people hated it, but I loved the senseless violence. And the ending fight that we were all waiting for, the climactic, like, destruction. Like, it had the campiness and the silliness from the Friday. No, oh my god, English. It had the campy and silliness of Nightmare on Elm Street, and it had the serious gruesomeness of Friday the 13th, and it managed to give some of that goofiness to Jason, like in the cornfield scene where he's just hacking people down. And then when shit was getting serious during their final fight, you know, Freddy got some of that seriousness from Jason. And although the movie is definitely an early 2000 to mid to late 2000s kind of like cult classic, I'd say. I liked it. It's definitely like mid 2000s. It's not the best, I'll say that, but it was fun. And I think that's what was important about it, is that it was fun. I also like the cover art for that movie a lot too. It was like the AVP, like Predator AVP. Oh my god, I cannot English tonight. Aliens versus Predator cover. Which a lot of people hated that movie too, but I liked it. I grew up with it. I was just glad to see more Predators than Aliens. A lot didn't like Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah. I can understand why. I feel like Alien vs. Predator and Freddy vs. Jason, you have to have a certain taste, and it's not always the best taste, but like, I like them because they're fun. I don't necessarily like them because they're serious or they're like meant to be like, oh, the next big thing in the series. I like them because they're fun. And I think that can make a bad or even mediocre movie good, is if a movie is fun. The designs of Freddy vs. Jason has got to be one of the best. They did them really justice, didn't they? I feel like a more modernized Freddy, you know, he had a combination of a couple different things, and he looked really good. His makeup was fantastic. Jason looked really withered and you know. Whew, sorry if that was too loud, but listen. Jason looked really cool. The first thing that pops into my head every single time I think of that movie is when Jason picks up Freddy and smacks him through like the entirety of the side of a house. He pushes him through a window and he just like fucking and then like throws him. Jason was on fire in the cornfield. Yeah. Think of the bussies. That was my first Aliens movie. My very first Alien movie was the original. And that was when I was like near baby status. And then I watched Alien vs. Predator and I fucking loved it. And then I eventually found out it was like a Fox icon. And then I watched the other Alien movies and then I got terrified of xenomorphs. They're really cool, but even nowadays, like, I can have nightmares of xenomorphs chasing me. Because although they are an incredibly cool and wickedly designed sci-fi monster, realistically that is one being I don't ever want to be trapped in a single room with. It is a ruthless killing machine. And it is fucking terrifying to be in the same room with something like that. The Aliens game is not for you, boss. I've played them all, practically. Don't get me wrong, I think xenomorphs are fucking cool. I've played Colonial Marines, I've played Isolation, I've played a couple of the old NES looking games. I've played what was that recent one that came out? The Fireteam Elite. Aliens are fun to slay. But if you really think about it, if you're in the same room as one, that bitch can crawl up on walls. And it will shred you. Have you ever thought about playing the Ash vs. Evil Dead game? I feel like I remember that being a thing, and I never seen anybody play it. I was never a big Evil Dead person. Also, I like the whole thing about, like, Pamela Voorhees had, like, the fucking Necronomicon. So Jason is technically a Deadite. I thought that was fucking cool. The chest bursters, they get in there, kind of suggestive, huh? True. Very cleverly designed, intentionally scary, but scary sake, hair-raising almost. Yeah, for sure. You don't want to be in a dark hallway with one. Because that bitch will pounce before you even realize what the fuck happened.
We have such sights to show you.
What's worse, the Xenomorphs or the Facehugger? The Xenomorph plus the Facehugger would be the worst. Like, both of them. Like, if I was gonna die by a Xenomorph, it's like, just kill me then. Unless I have some high-tech technology that can, like, rip whatever is inside of me out. Like, you know, you're done. You're donezo. You're donezo. Did you see the latest Predator movie? Well, the one with the Predator youngling teaming up with the synth. A normal gal in a non-horror movie. Yeah, I feel you. Gorga. I can take Xenomorph in a boxing match and win. Will I be alive? No, but the Xeno will be disqualified and I'll win. True. Technicality. Do the Jason vs. Leatherface versus Ash comics count as a topic? That's a thing? That's cool. That's cool. I think it's going to be really interesting seeing fucking Michael. Did Michael leave the shop yet? When does Michael leave DVD? He's the only one and only Ash Williams in the comics. That's cool. Good old Ash Williams, bro. The immortal man himself, practically. It's not cool. It's groovy. Oh, the Halloween bundle. The Halloween chapter is on sale right now. Halloween edition includes 2 items. What does it include, Laurie Strode? No, it's just straight up Dead by Daylight. Well, since Michael is on sale, I'm going to grab that shit right fucking now. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case if I ever want to play him. I don't want a fucking Hellraiser situation where I can't play him because he's no longer here and I miss my chance. There we go. Oh, excuse me. I got Michael DVD first chance I got on that sale. Yeah, he's like $8, but right now he's like $4 ballers. $4. I didn't want to install right now, you dingling. I'll install it later. Did you know about the Dead by Daylight dating sim? I do. I didn't really explore it very much, to be honest with you. Like how I'm gonna miss out on buying the shape himself. I already missed out on the pinhead. And do you know when he leaves? When is Michael leaving DVD? Michael Myers, The Shape, the entire Halloween chapter are leaving Dead by Daylight stores by January 19th. Due to a licensing expiration, through players who already own him can keep him, with his perks being renamed and added to the general pool. Really? So his perks are going to be completely renamed? This players have until the date to purchase the DLC before it's gone from the store, but existing owners can retain access to the killer. Devil. Not from the store, but existing owners can retain. Okay, so like cosmetics and shit are leaving for Michael. You'll never be able to get cosmetics for him again, I guess, is what they mean. I'm assuming that's what that means. Well, I got him, so it's good enough for me. He doesn't really have a lot of cosmetics. Yeah, he's only got his like he's only got his hospital gown. Yeah, I just had a gown and a few weapons. For real, for real. Oh god, for real. Oh my god. I won't lie, that's been in the back of my mind for like a month or since I heard that he was leaving. I was like, I should be able to get him still, I think. Oh, my chair was stuck on the desk. Yeah, have a good lurk, parkour. Yeah, I don't know. Good old Michael. Newbie, new DVD killer, Darth Vader, survivors, Jedi younglings. Vader would make for an impressive killer in DBD. I don't know if they would ever like be okay with that. I would love to have like, you know how they have Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. I would love if they did like a Makima Chainsaw Man. I would only main killer or power. Maybe make power survivor or something. That'd be cool. Dude, a real life version of those characters would be so fun. Fucking... Oh, dude, Sukuna. Oh my god. Yeah, and we'd have Itadori. A couple other people. Probably not Gojo, though, because Gojo's overpowered. He wouldn't be caught in the fog. But Sukuna could be tricked into the fog. Megumi, yeah. Sukuna DVD concept. Let me see. Oh, people have played with the idea. Killer power shrine. Oh, using like a domain expansion. That'd be cool. The cursed object is... Yeah, his cursed object could literally just be his finger. For a technical perk. Cycle of curses, and his hex would be Hex Hollowed Wicker Basket. Jaw Shark is a killer. Yeah. Oh, dude. What if Yoshikage Kira was a killer in D by D? Like, he would make for a great killer. And before, you know, the hands that take him in part 4, those could be the fog. Taking him, limiting his stand power. Like, you could put like bites of dust on the ground somewhere and like detonate it. Oh, dude, that'd be so cool. Creepypasta's like Slenderman or Jeff the Kid would work as well, yeah. I'm pretty sure they already talked about that with the developers, where they're like, hey, can we have like creepypasta characters, please? And they never like said anything about it. A light would be Survivor. I mean, not light, yeah. I'm going to bed. Have work to do. See you again. Yeah. Thank you, Triceratops. Have a wonderful evening, love. And thank you so much again. I hope you rest well. And that you take care of yourself. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. 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 Yeah. It's such good stuffs. Hotline Miami DVD would be pretty cool too, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. I have to pee. I have the work to do. I know this hasn't been a very long stream, but this is intended for just me to vibe and talk for a little bit. I am gonna go get started on work stuffs. So, we are going to raid into Seki. And I'm sorry for the stream being relatively short, but I have stuff I gotta do. Ugh. Yeah, simple, easy. Next Wyvern Whisper will be longer, but I just have way too much to do. And, yeah. Rain is Seki, who is doing Final Fantasy Online stuff. Aw, thank you, Sync. I appreciate it. I hope you guys all have a fantastic evening. Tomorrow we'll be streaming, like, full-time, full stream. I just don't know what I'm doing yet. But, as of tonight, I'm going to, like, do stuffs. Yeah, you take care of yourselves, too. You better be. You better be. Borp.